There's a theory going on around the internets right now, a theory that there is a secret final episode to Stranger Things. I have a theory, and that is that the show fucking ended. Hello, my friends, and the Stranger Things fandom is coping harder with this fan theory right now than Maduro's supporters are. Now, this theorized last episode is called Conformity Gate, and there is so much evidence to why we're getting this secret episode. When you type Conformity Gate into Netflix, Stranger Things pops up, and I think that's where all this started. I don't know how the fuck somebody figured that out. It also comes up when you look up Season 5, Episode 9, which is peculiar, because there is no Season 5, Episode 9. But you want to know what does have a Season 5 and Episode 9? House and The Flash, and they pop up as well for some reason, but we're just going to ignore that for our confirmation bias. You can spend hours and hours, and you wouldn't even scratch the surface of these fan theories. They have created more lore around this fake ending than the entirety of the Warhammer 40k universe. I know that's gonna piss off some Warhammer fans. Actually, Warhammer has some of the deepest lore ever, and you couldn't even comprehend it in an entire lifetime. And there's little things like in the background of their TikTok post, a clock says 107, which is the date 107 when this episode's supposed to release. It's stuff like that. There's one interesting one, though, where people looked at one of the last scenes in the show with Robin in the radio station, and behind her there was this shelf, and someone looked at that and said, that looks like Morse code. And the code apparently is supposed to be Vecna saying, you did not beat me. Now, for the guy who put that together, just gonna let you know, the CIA is always hiring, buddy. But I think all of this is bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be one of the party poopers. I think it's bullshit. It's just fan theories because they just can't accept that this is the ending. And it's not the ending of the universe, it's the ending of the show. There's going to be a ton of spin-offs with all of these characters. They got Hopper going to Montauk, and if you don't know what that's a reference to, Montauk actually had psychedelic experiments take place there, which is one of the things that heavily influenced the story for Stranger Things. It could be as simple as just a reference, or they're alluding to a spin-off with Hopper and Joyce at Montauk. If you want to get into the real fan theories, yeah, Vecna in the Mind Flare could still be alive in the other dimension, and they're going to try to find their ways to come back, and they're going to pop up in the spin-offs. Or there's going to be other dimensions. Yeah, that's all plausible theories, but this shit, it's borderline psychotic. This is mass hysteria. Things they're pointing out is stuff like, oh, their graduation gowns are orange when they're supposed to be green because they already established that at some other point in the show, I guess, and that there's like characters sitting behind all of them at their graduation with glasses. It just goes on and on and on, and it's ways to explain the plot holes in the show or just the overlooks in the show, kind of like how in Game of Thrones there was just a fucking cup of coffee in the end of the last season. A lot of like the diehard fans tried to explain that away with some shit. No, it was just an oversight. A lot of those things are oversights. Maybe it really just is as simple as plot holes, or just laziness in writing, or maybe because they're rushing the ending, which happens a lot. And it can really just be as simple as they just forgot some shit that they established in the past that really isn't ultimately all that important to the story. They're saying all of these strange things, all of these plot holes, all of these mistakes, and all of these oversights is just because it's a false reality created by Vecna to trick the heroes when he's actually destroying the world. And I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty fucking cool fan theory. I enjoyed the ending. I think this show was good as entertainment. I don't really think it was that great of a show. People were so disappointed by the finale. Not that they hated it. They just felt underwhelmed with all the buildup they got, and that's the ending we got. There was really no consequences, no major character deaths. Everything for the characters, the heroes, went perfectly according to plan. Vecna was beaten way too easily and in like 6 minutes. But ultimately why I think people were so disappointed and underwhelmed by it is because everybody's expectations were so high. When people have fan theories and everybody's thinking about the way that they want it to end, that is in their head the perfect ending to them because it's the ending that they thought of. So when that ending doesn't come, everybody's disappointed or underwhelmed. There's not many big shows that ended where a majority of the people were pissed off by the ending. The most famous ending that pissed everybody off was the ending to Sopranos, which if you've never seen it, what the fuck? It's an amazing show. Go watch it, especially since it's, I don't know, like 20 fucking years old. But when the last episode aired, everybody hated the ending. It was a whole huge thing, and then decades later, people look back at it now and they're like, holy shit, that ending was actually brilliant. That was the best ending to a show ever. It's kind of funny how that works. But I don't think that's going to be like that for this show. The ending does feel very safe, very uninspired, very bland. The purpose of this ending is to set up spin-offs. That's it. It's opening the door for more Stranger Things. There's not going to be a Stranger Things secret episode. They might have a little something planned and cobbled together because people have made such a big fucking deal about this. I'll eat my words if there is a Stranger Things episode 9 to season 5. I'll eat my words. I don't think it's real, though. People could just not accept the ending for what it was, and as you know, fans are better writers than the writers are. Especially when it's to something like Halo. I'm not even going to get into that. Do you have an hour? This video is going to be up at like 5 o'clock tomorrow, and if the 0% chance that a 9th episode called Conformity Gate releases at 8 o'clock, if it follows the regular run cycle released hours of the other episodes, then I will just post a video shortly after staring at the camera in absolute disbelief for 10 minutes. I will upload that if this episode is real. But what do you guys think about this? Are you an intellectually superior Stranger Things obsessed fan? Or did you just watch the show and go, oh, that was good, and then just picked up another show immediately after that? Like, I picked up Person of Interest, which is like an older show from 2011. Holy fuck, that's underrated. Surprised I never heard about it. It's not even underrated. It's got really damn good reviews, and I think it has a couple of awards. It's just not really that popular or as well known as shows like Breaking Bad or Sopranos was. The plot really is just Batman, but without the suit and gadgets. But thank you so much for taking time out of your day for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video tomorrow. Love you, bye.